before I get to that specific piece of potential legislation, let me back up and think about immigration a little more broadly. It's a very important issue. It's a very controversial issue because it's cross-cutting on so many other issues in terms of the economy and jobs and wages, security, community, public services, and so forth. Congress has failed 3 times in 11 years to pass what they call comprehensive immigration reform, which primarily means amnesty first, enforcement later, i.e. enforcement never, and mass immigration. The most recent time was in 2013. I was in Congress for that one. I helped stop the so-called Gang of 8 bill in the House. Had 3 main components. One is mass migration under our legal immigration systems, increasing the number of green cards, which is about 1 million people a year right now. Every year, we give out about the state of Montana's worth of green cards, plus millions and millions of temporary guest workers under the high-tech programs, under agricultural programs, and so forth. The second category is security enforcement measures. The wall, visa overstay systems, ICE enforcement and personnel, immigration judges, and so forth. The third category is what to do about illegal immigrants who are here today, about 12 million. I've introduced legislation to focus on the first problem, and really only a subset of the first problem, which is green cards. The administration has most of the authority they need for security and enforcement. The third question, I think, is politically impossible for Congress to handle until we have more confidence on the first 2 categories of the American people. So the legislation I have with David Perdue would fundamentally alter our green card system away from one that was designed for last century's country and economy into one designed for this century's country and economy. We would prioritize high-skilled immigrants who are able to come to this country, stand on their own 2 feet, pay taxes, not use welfare, contribute to our economy, probably create jobs on their own. And we do that in the way that Australia and Canada does, by creating a point system that's very easy to administer and very objective on things like your educational attainment and field, your English language ability, the salary you've been offered relative to the median salary in your geographic locale, your ability to bring large amounts of money into this country and investment and actively manage it, your age, and any kind of exceptional abilities or achievements that you've had. So now, going to the particular question that the President's correct decision to stop the unlawful DACA program makes. President Trump says he doesn't have legal authority to continue this program. He's right. Don't take his word for it. President Obama said he didn't have the legal authority to implement that program before he went ahead and did it in 2012 in the middle of a re-election campaign. So that program is going to begin to unwind by March 5th unless Congress does something. The President has said he would like to see a legislative solution for the 800,000 or so illegal immigrants who have received a DACA permit. I'm willing to work with him on that and with my Democratic and Republican colleagues in the Senate and the House. You said the price of that work. I would put it a different way. I would put it in terms of kind of control the effects of that action. If you codify the DACA program, you're going to create 2 negative side effects. The first one is you're going to create a new chain for chain migration, for people to bring into this country legally, not just spouses and unmarried minor children, which is what my bill would do, but their parents who created the problem in the first place, their adult siblings, spouses, and then that creates another unlimited chain. The second negative side effect is you're going to encourage more illegal immigration. Obviously, I mean, imagine if you lived in El Salvador and you had a 3-year-old living in the most dangerous country in the world, more dangerous than Syria, more dangerous than Afghanistan, more dangerous than any other country in the world. And the United States just gave citizenship to people who were brought here as children 20 and 30 years ago. What kind of risks would you take to come here now and hope that your child can benefit from the next amnesty in 10 or 15 years? They'd probably be pretty significant, and they'd be very dangerous for you and that child. So there's two problems you need to control for those 2 negative side effects. The first is simply to end chain migration. Stop admitting people to this country who we have no idea if they can contribute effectively to our economy and to our society. The second, there's more flexibility there. It could be building a wall, it could be building a visa overstay system, it could be using employment verification systems at the workplace, adding more immigration judges to clear out backlogs, adding more ICE agents. There's a whole menu of things you could look at to control illegal immigration, which will be more incentivized under a DACA deal. But that's the way I would put it. It is a small package. It's not trying to boil the ocean. It's not going to be a 4th run at comprehensive immigration reform. but it would solve the problem the president has said he would like to see solved while mitigating those two negative side effects.